Hi guys, welcome to my channel and I hope you're all well, and today I'm going to be talking about extras work, carrying on from where I left off before. What I would suggest you do is, once you've registered and you have become an extra on an agency's books, one of the key things I would always recommend is putting down as many skills as you can. Because with any film or advert, there's always going to be something that a producer is looking for, really. For example, horse riding, playing an instrument, circus skills, skating, whether it's roller skating, skateboarding, anything like that, any type of skill you've got. Again, cycling, driving a car, anything like that, depending on the production, whether it's an advert or a film, that could be really essential for someone to know that you can do something, and it's more of a reason for them to cast you for that part. The other thing I would actually sort of suggest is, obviously, once you have registered as an agency and you're getting work, depending on the agency you go for or you're with the agencies I went with, it was based upon a text message. So they'll send you a text, ask you if you're available certain days and certain times. If you are, brilliant, reply straight away and say you're available. And then obviously, as soon as they send you a text, you'll usually get a location. Sometimes you won't until a bit before the actual production, but obviously as soon as you get that location, I would normally go on the computer, look up on, say for example, it used to be called Multimaps, it's now called bing.com/maps. I'll stick the link for that in the description, and that will show you, obviously, from the postcode or the area, obviously where it's going to be, and that can help you with either getting a train or a bus to that location. Yeah, so basically, also it will help you out with getting hostels and things like that. All the time when I was doing extras work, I stayed at hostels, which aren't too bad actually. They vary. Sometimes you could get a hostel where they've only got a bed, and sometimes there'll be obviously beds and they might have a locker. Yeah, places where you can put stuff basically, but I would always recommend that if you are going to a hostel, make sure that you've got small padlocks, which you can buy from any sort of shop really. Whether it's your backpack, if you need a suitcase or a holdall, take padlocks with you and make sure they're all locked. If you get a locker there or some sort of storage cupboard, they sometimes have a lock there, but take them with you just for security. I've never had any problems myself, but you never know, could happen. The other thing really is to make sure you get to set or get to wherever you need to be on time. I used to sometimes get to a place an hour before. Sometimes people, obviously don't want to get there too early, but from my history, I used to have OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. From that, I decided I'm just going to get there early. Even if you get there early, you can speak to people that arrive early as well. A lot of people do, some people don't, but I always find it's better to get there really early than think, oh god, I've not got enough time to get there. So yeah, basically make sure you get there early, and then obviously you're ready, and if anyone else turns up, brilliant, you can chat with them. The other thing which may happen as well is when you get a text, you'll usually get like a character given. For example, my very first extras job was a Nike advert at the Emirates Stadium, obviously home of Arsenal, and I was basically asked if I could get an Arsenal or a Man U t-shirt or some sort of kit because I was going to be a supporter. And when I got there, we actually had to be both. So there was me with my friend's Arsenal t-shirt on. We were put in the area where we were obviously going to be filmed, and so basically they said, right, Arsenal fans first. So I put the t-shirt on I was given from a friend of mine, and other people, you know, if they had a Man U stuff on, they'd ask them to take that off and just wear what they're wearing. Did the filming, next thing you know, cut, then they changed it over. So there have been a couple of other times that my character has actually changed. I'll give you another example. I did an Aviva advert many years ago, and I was in a shop for someone was buying a bike, and it was obviously to do with getting insurance. I was put down as a customer. Got there on the day. People were looking around at me. Casting people saw me, pulled me over to a side, and they decided, right, we're going to put a polo shirt on you. You are now one of the members of staff. So I was like, okay, fair enough. You know, go with it. Go with what they want. So you're not always going to actually get what your character is. I mean, you could be bumped up to, I don't know, something even better. But get the character, you got the character, they tell you what they want, go along with it. And, you know, sometimes they will change it, sometimes they won't. There have been characters I've been given, and that is what I'm doing. Sometimes they will change it. So yeah. Another thing I would say, definitely a no-no, is obviously if you're on set, sometimes you're going to be with a well-known face. For example, when I did my first advert, which was, like I said, it was Nike, we had Mr. Eric Cantona on set. I didn't even know we were going to have him there. All I knew was we were going to be a big crowd watching a football match, even though we didn't. The match had actually happened the week before, and we were pretending to watch a match. We had Eric Cantona there, and he was doing some filming, and some people were going up and asking for autographs. Now, me being a collector, God, I would have loved to have done that every time I'd done a project. But the one thing I don't do, I'm working, being professional, and you don't know what else it's going to lead to. I've done filming with him. I've also done it with Johnny Depp. I did Pirates of the Caribbean. I worked on a TV film with Harry Hill. So basically, yeah, I would love to go and get their autograph. But on the other hand, I'd like to be able to be on another project. One of the things actually that I did find all this kind of out really was when I did Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. We filmed over at Greenwich, and we had about must have been about a few hundred people as extras there, and some people were actually thrown off the set, and that was because some people were taking photos whilst shooting. Not a good idea. Obviously we were filming on the street, doing what we were doing for the filming. You don't know what's going to happen. The following day they could do another scene. It could be in a pub, it could be somewhere else. Johnny Depp was, say, a couple of 100 yards away from me because he was on the carriages when they were doing this scene. Which is at the beginning of the film. There's a race where he's, well, not a race, but there's a fighting scene where he's on carriages going from one to the other at the beginning of the film. That was filmed in Greenwich. And you don't know if you're going to be put next to him for another scene. They could be doing a pub scene somewhere else. They could be doing, someone's talking over there and Johnny Depp is right next to you. If you're taking photos or, again, asking for autographs, that could stop somebody giving you a part where you're actually next to them. They might even give you a line, I mean, okay, you're an extra, but things can change when filming's happening. So, the best bet, carry on what you're doing as normal. Okay, you see a celebrity there. It's absolutely awesome. I loved it. It's one of the things I've always wanted to do. But you've got to take into account what they're going to give you next, who you could be filming with next, and yeah, just think professional. You could be sitting next to them for all you know next time. You've just got to think of all these things. So try and be professional. Okay, say hi, shake hands and stuff like that, but just be careful. It is a fantastic place where you can be, and I mean, I'd love to go up to each person and ask for their autographs, but then at the end of the day, it might stop you from getting another job. So yeah, think of those really. So the main things I would say again is be early. Yeah, that is the main thing with filming. Be early, make sure you're there, make sure you're ready. Yeah, and it does get quite tiring with some of it. As I mentioned in the first video, you need a lot of patience because of the waiting around as well. Some sets will only take a couple of minutes to reset. When I did Pirates, I think that was the longest one. It took them about 20 to 30 minutes to reset, to go again. And one of the longest things I've had to wait for is, again, on Pirates, we had one day where the weather was really, really bad. It was raining the whole time. We had a marquee where we were all sat and sitting down and chatting. We were in there pretty much the whole day. So yeah, you've just got to be prepared for that sort of stuff. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say really. I'm going to follow on some videos to tell you about what's happened on various projects. Obviously I'll talk more about, for example, like Pirates of the Caribbean and some of the other adverts and projects I've been on. Again, what I would say, like the other video, is if you've got any questions you would like to know about being an extra or working on set or anything like that, you want any advice or anything, then please drop me a message underneath and I'll try and answer them as best I can. Yeah, so I think that's about it really. It's just, yeah, it's again, like I said at the beginning, when you are making up your profile, try and get as many skills in as you can on there. The more skills you've got on there, I think, the better, and it's more likely to get you lots of jobs, hopefully. I'm not saying that putting loads of skills on there is going to give you loads of jobs. I probably had about a maximum of 2 jobs a year myself. Actually, yeah, the other thing really is, if you can, is try and register with as many agencies as you can. That might help you to get more work in the industry. I'm not saying it will, but yeah, there are a few out there. The ones I've been with mainly is Mad Dog Castings, there's Ray Knight, there's 2020, can't think of the other ones at the moment, but the ones that I think of are, as I said before, I'll put in the description. I'll put the links to the actual websites for you. Yeah, if you are interested in the film industry and you want to become an extra, go for it. Brilliant. It's an exciting place to be. You don't know who you're going to meet next, and you never know where it's going to lead to. I know a couple of people myself that I've worked with, that I've seen on TV when I've seen an advert, and on other TV shows. They are becoming actors now, which is absolutely fantastic for them. I praise them for it, and they've put a lot of work in, and they've had great looks for various things. I wish you good luck if you're going to go for that and become an extra. It's not an easy thing to do. Some books get jam-packed, so if you don't get chosen this time when you apply, try again. Don't give up, and if it's something you really want to do, then go for it. Once again, as I said, I will talk about some of the projects I've done in the past and what has happened, for example, what I've been cast as and if it's been changed. Yeah, I think that's it really to sort of talk about. As I say, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm not sure actually how long it's been, this video, and I do apologise for not having a video out sooner. It has been a little while. I've been trying to think about what to put on the video really. But if you do like it and you want to hear more, I'll be talking about more about autographs soon as well, and I'll be displaying the some of the autographs I've got as well. Yeah, so thanks for watching. If you do like the video, please like it, and if you'd like to know more, please subscribe and hit that bell notification as well, and then you'll get notified every time I put a video on. Thank you for watching, and you take care.